It has been 3 days now that I'm stuck in the caravan. It rains and rains and rains. And what a wonderful thing. I am in a rainforest, experiencing firsthand why it is called that. On my first day here in the Bunya Mountain National Park in Queensland, the rain was just temporary and not so intense. So I could still take a 4-kilometer walk and have a first sight of this wonderful, wonderful area. The Aboriginals, to whom we contribute a great contribution to turning the Australian continent in now securely known 67,000 years into a gentleman-like park. All the white settlers, or many of the educated white settlers who first saw Australia, noted that it looked like a gentleman's park, like a British park. And nobody contributed it to the influence the Aboriginals had over thousands of years, because the natives were considered to be Stone Age people, primitive, without any intelligence. What an arrogant stand to have. And here it is, what I want to share with you. I have discovered something vital in my life. I consider it to be vital. Namely, all our moods, the emotions that we are experiencing, are dependent on what we think and what our thoughts relate to. Often they relate to our past, to our ancestral past, to the past of our childhood, and so on. From that we build our personality, and with that personality we step into the world to meet others. We identify with what we think. We identify with our opinions. And should we meet someone who questions our opinion, we tend to feel threatened. We tend to feel that our individuality, that our person is threatened in its stand in the world. With the same thoughts that we are having, we also relate to an expected future. We set goals and aim for these. And I'm not saying that that's wrong. No. Our brain is an organ that produces thought. Thought, sometimes so strange to who we are that we think, how could I have this thought? Why did that come to me? But once we accept that thoughts are coming and going, that some of these thoughts concern us and we can use them to live in this world, to solve problems, to relate to others, and so on. That is what thoughts are for. On the other hand, what would a thinking human being be without being conscious? And believe you me, consciousness has got nothing to do with thought. It's totally independent. We tend to believe that what we think makes us conscious. But that's absolutely not the case. We can be conscious without having a single thought. Just place yourself somewhere within nature and just look around you without labeling anything that you see. And you will notice that you are aware without thinking. Being aware, and being aware that what we call consciousness is something different to what we think. We can relate to other people on a totally separate, different level. We can meet other people that we have conflicts with and feel what unites us at the same time. You know that all the conflicts of this world originate in our identification with thought. You know, with thought we think of the future. We gotta make more. We gotta have more influence. We gotta have more power. We gotta have a better stand in society, and so on and so on. Once we relate to consciousness, life suddenly becomes a gift. And we can relate to that. We can learn to say thank you. I see you in a few days' time. Bye-bye now.